Hi friends, and welcome to our YouTube channel. If this is your first time, you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. My name is Karunji Josephine, and in today's video I would love to share with you why it is important to take care of yourself as a mom and a wife, because I'm both. Yeah, it is so easy to pour into the rest of your family, your children, your husband, all your other relatives, and then forget yourself. I know that because I'm a mom, I've been there. But one thing I've learned about motherhood is that you really can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah, if you are overwhelmed, if you are exhausted, if you feel, stressed, you really can't show up as your best self. So I would love to share why it is important to look after yourself as well, to remember yourself as a mom and as a wife, and then be able to balance these things, because most of the times we give motherhood so much and then we forget that you're a wife, and then you forget that there is you. Yeah, so yeah, why is it important to take care of yourself as a mom? That number one thing, that you really can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah, if you give yourself that me time, if you give yourself time to do the things that you love, time to rest, all these things are actually helping your body to rejuvenate, your mind to also rest, and then be able to also show up for your children and your husband as your best self. Just like I've said, if you are stressed, if you feel exhausted, most of the times you can't show up as a good mom, you can't show up as a good wife. You will always look gloomy. You will always, start shouting at your children. Why? Because your body is demanding rest. Like, you're not giving yourself enough, so you're pouring from a cup that is actually empty. So it is very, very important to find time and take care of yourself. As a mom, taking care of yourself is one way of helping your children to also, copy these good habits. That taking care of yourself is actually not selfish. Yeah, that taking care of yourself is something good because it gives you more energy. Yeah, I love that most of the times when my children see me quiet in the bedroom, or maybe praying or doing my own things, they know that, that's mom's space. She needs space right now. They will not come to disturb you. So start training your children that, when I'm doing this, please don't come. Yeah, that is mom's way of taking care of yourself. And you know what? Taking care of yourself doesn't need to be really complicated. Yeah, it means doing the things that give you, happiness, the things that rejuvenate your soul, the things that you love doing. It could be even reading a book. It could be just being in the presence of God. It could be taking yourself to the salon, doing your nails. There are a lot of things that we love as moms, but most of the times we are not able to know them or even pay attention because we are so busy taking care of family. If you have a job, you're so busy at your job. Like, you literally don't have time for yourself. So simple things just as taking care of your nails, taking care of your hair, simple things as just having a walk alone without your husband, without your children. Also, these things actually help to rejuvenate us as moms. And most of the times I've tried these things, and the time I come back to my family, I'm all happy, I'm rejuvenated, I'm a good mom, I'm a good wife. Yeah, so if you are a mom out there and you feel really stressed, how about you think about self-care? How about you think about the things that you love to do and maybe create time for them? Yeah, like your life before motherhood, how was it? Your life before being a wife, how was it? Yeah, think about the things that you love to do before you were a mom. Try out those new things, and trust me, you will always love the experience. So taking care of yourself as a mom is really not selfish. It is loving yourself, and it is pouring into yourself so that you can show up as a good mom and as a good wife. Another thing why it's important to take care of yourself as a mom is that this actually helps to rejuvenate your mental health and your physical health. Now, let me tell you, most of the times it is very hard to pay attention to a mom's mental health, because we go through phases most of the times that we forget. Now, if you're a mom, you've been through the postpartum depression, you've been through the stress of the newborn, all those stages. I won't explain all of them, but if you're a mom, you know what that means. And most of the times, if we don't pay attention to our mental health, that is where you hear moms being depressed, moms, being tough to their children, some of them maltreating their own children. All these things are happening, but moms they don't know what exactly is causing them. The issue is because we are not giving enough to ourselves, enough time, enough care, and that is something very, very important. And it is something that I've realized that as a mom, if I take care of myself, it will help me to show up like as my best self, mentally, physically, also emotionally, because the way you behave or the way you feel, most of the times it will affect how you treat your children, how you treat your husband, and how you run your home as a whole. And I'm telling you, most of the times you'll find that you won't be able to do most of the things in the house. It's okay to just escape for a few minutes, escape for a few hours, and think through your life. Think through the things that you love to do, your goals as a mom, the things that you admire in your life, the things that give you joy. All these things are actually very, very important in helping us to show up as our best selves and as best wives to our husbands. So let's talk about tips that can actually help when it comes to taking care of yourself as a mom. So one thing I have purpose to do is to do monthly self-care. So every single month I make sure that my nails are done. This one I've purposed it because sometimes I remember where I used to admire to go take care of my nails when I don't have time. But this one I've purposed because it gives me joy to see my nails good. Going to salon to do my hair, that one is a must. Every single month I'll get a day to go to the salon, do my nails, do my hair. And yeah, that gives me joy. It feels like I'm taking care of my body. I'm taking care of how I look like, So that is one thing that I've purposed. You can try it as well as a mom. Another thing I have tried is Mommy. Yes, baby? I'm back. Welcome back. Okay. Yeah. Welcome back. Let me come there. You sit, I'm coming. And then another thing I've purposed to do is to actually have rest. Yeah, I know it is very easy for one to feel guilty when you're resting, especially if you're a mom and you have little ones in the house calling. Maybe you have chores that you have to do. And rest is one of the things that helps your body to actually rejuvenate. So most of the times I utilize the time when my children have gone to bed. That time is just the best time for me. That's when I get to read a book. That's when I get to listen to a sermon. That's when I get to watch a movie with my husband. Yeah, that's when I get to do the things that I love to do that time. So as a mom, make sure that you take your children to bed early so that you utilize that time when they are in bed until the time you go to bed as your me time. So resting and having that me time are one of the things that have actually helped me in my motherhood journey, and I'm so appreciative. Also, guys, I am having a supportive partner. Yeah, there are times where my husband would say, you know what, go and rest. Let me take care of the children. And that there has helped in, making me a better mom and a better wife, because I know I have someone that can, step in for me, So having a supportive partner is one other plus, and that's a tip as a mom. And if you're watching this and you're not yet a mom, I think this would be something very good, that you choose your partner right. Yeah, you choose someone that is going to be with you in all seasons and support you through all those seasons. Because if you have someone that is helping you carry the burden, that you're not doing everything yourself, then you won't be so stressed. Then you'll be able to actually balance motherhood and being a wife at the same time. And another thing that is helping me in taking care of myself is actually praying and God. I know this is something that some people don't really take that serious, but I'm telling you, Sometimes it will require you to just be in the presence of God uninterrupted, praying and asking God to give you the strength, to give you the grace to be able to be a good mom to your children, to be a good wife to your husband, to be a good home caretaker in your home. Most of the times, whenever I am done with praying, I feel energized. I feel like my spirit is free. Most of the times, guys, when you go to the presence of God and pray, have that alone time with God, I'm telling you, you are taking care of yourself spiritually as well. Yeah, so as a mom and a wife, take your spiritual life very, very serious, because I'm telling you, you can't do this motherhood thing alone. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long you've been a mother. It doesn't matter how much support you have. If you don't have God with you, most of the times it will be very, very challenging. So those are mostly the things that I do, but there are very many other tips that can help when it comes to taking care of yourself. Kindly share what are the things that you do as self-care, as a mom or a wife, or just an individual. What do you usually do to feel like you've taken care of yourself? Another thing is actually taking a walk. That is one thing I had forgotten to share with you. And this is when I get a chance. Sometimes, I won't lie to you, sometimes it's not possible, but the moment I get a chance where I can just step out of the house and have a walk just by myself, I feel like that is also taking care of myself. Yeah. And then the other thing is actually working out. Yeah, now this one, I've been finding a challenge in it, but I'm working on it, guys, because it's a journey. Working out, that is taking care of your body. Yeah, making sure that you are confident about how you look like, are you okay with your body and all these things. Most of the times it starts with how you feel, because how you feel will affect how you treat the people in your home. Yeah, so do you love how you look like? And also it will help in how confident you feel when you step outside there. Yeah, so as a mom, please do not forget about yourself. Yeah, let's talk about also looking good when you're at home. Yeah, it doesn't mean that when you're at home you should look like how you want. Yeah, it is always very good to look good, feel good, and that will definitely elevate your confidence. It will elevate your home, taking care of your home as well. It will elevate the way you treat your family, the way you treat your children. Generally, everyone in the home will be happy if you are happy, if you are pouring from a full cup, not an empty cup. So let's take care of ourselves as mothers, and remember that taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is pouring into yourself. It is rejuvenating yourself. It is also finding who you are. Yeah, your purpose, the things that you love to do. And most of the times when we know who we are, that is finding your identity. These are the things that actually help us, empower us to be and to show up as our best selves, as best mothers, as best wives in our families, and as us individuals. Yeah, so look into the things that you love to do, look into the things that make you happy, and create time as much as possible. It is very easy for mothers to say we are busy. The children, the home, a lot of things are calling us. And if you have a business you're running, you realize that there are a lot of things to do as a mom and as a wife. But then do not forget about yourself, because you are the one who is running all these things, and you can't run all of them successfully if you are not taking care of yourself. Yeah, so it starts with us. It starts with you and me who is watching me right now, to take it upon ourselves and take care of ourselves so that we can show up as the best versions of ourselves, as the best moms and wives out there. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, kindly let me know down in the comment section what self-care tip has worked for you. What are you going to try out? What have you been trying out? I would love to learn from you as well. Yeah, so thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye bye.